Don't you know, that's the sound of the man working on the chain gang. Hello everybody, welcome to Big Brother's Little Brother. I hope you're very well. It's a day of mourning for me personally because, well, it's the final countdown.
It's the final countdown!
Okay, I'd like to jump our guest today, Shane Ritchie, Gail Porter. Okay, we're only 4 days away and 4 housemates away from the final of Big Brother 2. As you can see behind me, it's all getting set up for Friday night's eviction show. On Friday night, the phone lines opened, but remember, this week, you're not voting for who you want out, you're voting for who you want to win. The housemate with the least votes will be evicted on Thursday, although they haven't been told yet. Hooray! Shane Ritchie, as you can see, he's down with the unions, he's a bit of teamster himself, making sure that a lot of the work gets done. Okay, leaving the final 3 to fight it out on Friday night. The news today, the nation has been waiting with bated breath to find out who will win Big Brother. But for the housemates, it's not the winning, it's the leaving that's at the forefront of their minds. Take a look at this.
I just can't wait just to be free, guys. I just want to go shopping and buy a new CD and find out who's been #1 and
yes,
buy an album and buy a disc, man. Buy a life.
we're all thinking about our family and friends, and we're no longer really a group. I said we're now 4 people
That's very
who
true.
happen to be in here.
See, now I'm going to be going out single. There's no chance of me doing something like that, is there?
What's that?
You know,
God, no.
now I'm going to be single girl.
Clocky!
Leary.
I'd like to
yeah,
jump by you
right?
again. How are you? All right?
I'm good, yeah.
No, when you
Not bad.
were on yesterday, you didn't get a proper chance to look out on this. So it must be quite strange seeing it.
It is strange to see it, really, really strange, but it is nice to be out of there.
Why is it so nice to be out of there?
I think because I didn't know what was going on, and as the weeks built up, the curiosity was just incredible. And now I'm out and I realise sort of how major it is. I've got time to deal with it before the rest of them come out, because I want the little blonde lady in there to know what to expect in a way so that I can brief her on things. You know what I mean?
Now, now what's the deal with that? Because, like, you know, in the papers on the weekend, you know, you were saying that, you know, I'm quite happy being single, and today she's been saying in the house she's quite happy being single, but are you not putting too much stock in that? Or?
The thing is, though, is that what happens, we still were single anyway. Yeah, well, I was single. Obviously, she had a boyfriend in there. We now know that she hasn't. But we are still 2 single people who, if you look at the whole Big Brother experience, you just got to see it as one date, and hopefully there'll be a second one out here.
Yeah.
So,
now, you've been out for 3 days. Your face has been on the cover of every paper since that day, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you finding it? Did you expect it to be to be this consistent, or what?
no, I don't think even before this, I don't think I've ever seen a paper with one person on it 7 days in a row. So that's been really, really hard for me to deal with. It's actually been really, really upsetting. And I'm a little bit baffled by the whole thing. So I think it's just going to take time. It's going to take time.
Is it quite hurtful as well? Because, I mean, like, for example, today's Mirror, Big G's called you Smarmy Pratt, which isn't very nice at all. I mean, how do you respond to that?
Well, the thing is that when I was in there, I bet there's a million people who thought it, and I'm not going to rise to it. What's the point in rising to it? No need. So he can call me any name under the sun. I'm not really that fussed.
Cool, excellent. Okay, now since you went in the house, what have been your most memorable moments while you were in there?
Most memorable moments in the house, there's been loads. There's been hundreds and hundreds, but by far the most memorable experience has got to be Helen's eating habits. And that goes with not just eating, it is just the tasks, like the prawn crackers, the cream crackers, the brioche.
Well, let's take a look at Helen eating right now.
Get ready with the water.
Really? No, look, your mouth's nearly empty.
Just comes to spit once. Oh, there's loads.
She cannot eat to save her life.
No, she can't eat to save her life. She's the funniest thing she said to me in the house was literally, I said to her, you don't eat like that in a restaurant, do you? She goes, no, in a restaurant I'm really, really proper, I'm decent, I'm a lady. I said, well, why are you doing that on national TV where everyone can see you? In a restaurant it's just like,
what was her
would it be
response to that?
her and someone else? But her response to that, she doesn't get stuff. Do you know what I mean? You would say things like, I would turn around to her and say like, you know, are you running on batteries or whatever? She doesn't quite get that.
It's really like
for
it.
2 people who like each other, we got a kind of different sense of humour.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, now we've heard what memories hold a special place in Paul's heart. Now I want to hear from you. What was a highlight for you of Big Brother 2? Our talking point today, most memorable moments. I'd love to give you the number, but here's a lady with a very high IQ, a very special lady to do it for me. Take a look.
You can phone Big Brother's little brother on this number.
Thanks, Betty. Okay, now the fate of the 4 remaining housemates quite simply rests in your hands. If you haven't made up your mind yet who you want to win, we are here to help. Each day this week, we're taking one of the best moments of the famous 4, and to be fair, we're doing it in alphabetical order. No favouritism whatsoever. Today, it's Brian, the Queen of Comedy's turn to take centre stage. Take it away, Brian.
I'll be here for 8 weeks next week, and I've actually surprised myself. It's kind of scaring me slightly.
Bubble, hold me! Grab yourself an alibi. Heaven knows you're
No!
lying.
Demons! How rude! How rude! So rude. K9. He wants me so badly, it's so obvious. Attitude. Brian posing for just 16. Hi, girls. Evil! Oh, it's evil! It's completely evil!
You have got demons inside you tonight.
Don't look.
Ah!
Quick, open the door! You're gay.
I'm a snuggle girl right now, and I admit it. Do you like boys or girls? His Big Brother's got a very relaxing voice. Maybe his Big Brother will actually meet for dinner. When this is over, we can...
Brian, we are not here for arranging dates. We are
Shut
here
up!
Our guests today are big Brother fans. They are Shane Ritchie and Gail Porter. Hi, guys. Thank you. Okay, like you said, you're both fanatics. What's been the highlight of the Series 2 for you so far?
Oh, there's been a few. I liked it when Brian and Josh were dancing. I liked that dancing challenge. That made me laugh a lot.
Your favourite guys in it was Brian and Josh, were they?
It wasn't
Bubbles
Brian and
Robotics?
it was Brian and Bubble, wasn't it, that were dancing? But Brian's my favourite, so I'm really enjoying
You're
it.
going to vote for him to win?
Oh yeah.
What about you, Shane?
Oh, the poignant moment for me that I remember was the moment when Paul and Helen held hands in the dark. And that whole moment when they thought, nobody's watching, no one can see it. Have some of that. Did you really believe nobody was watching? Did you think we'd get away with it?
It wasn't that no one was watching. I knew that people were watching, but you just forget about it and you think you can get away with it. Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah. But
That was lovely, wasn't it?
it was
The
good. That was
girls
a
in the
good
jacuzzi.
That was.
That was
that
funny.
like, man?
That
That must have
was.
been mental.
That was mental. Yeah. It was like you walk. It was. You walk in and. Really hard to get your head around what was going on, but there's like no way.
Hard to get your head around 3 naked women in a jacuzzi.
No, it was just like you could look at it and it was watch, don't touch.
Okay, guys, which of the remaining housemates do you connect the least with, do you think?
I think Elizabeth I connect the least with. I just don't, I think she could be a great, I mean, other than the fact she looks like Emma Thompson, I can't get my head around that I'm watching Emma Thompson playing a great part of playing someone in the Big Brother house. And I think she's been great at, now I mentioned this that someone said she was fairly patronising. I think she's been fantastic at not being patronising, where you can see she so badly wants to go, oh shut up Helen, you're stupid, and Dean, you're boring, and Brian, stop being so camp. You feel like she so badly wants to say that. So I think she's one that's been probably the least honest in the house.
What about your favourite?
My favourite
Obviously Brian.
is Brian.
And what about least favourite, sorry?
Well, it's nothing against him personally, but he bores me an awful lot, Dean.
Well, so I like Dean.
I'm really sorry. I mean, he seems really pleasant, but I'm just actually bored of watching him play the guitar.
Did you find him boring?
Did I find Dean boring? It wasn't boring. He was too serious, and therefore people perceive that as being boring. So, you know, he was very serious, just like Liz. They both.
You just know he's going to do a cover of Harvest for the World when he comes out.
I think Elizabeth
Someone
is
came
a
on
dark
and said, you don't
side,
see
though.
him and the fella from the Lighthouse family in the same room.
Well, don't you think though that it's just a matter of time when Helen comes out, they'll be doing Jason and Kylie's, especially for you.
That's never going to happen. I promise you that is not going to
House
happen.
remix.
Yeah.
Like it.
If we did, it's going to be bad.
Okay, on Thursday, the 8th housemate's going to be booted out. Who do you think is going to go?
That's on Thursday. I think probably Dean will be the next one to go.
Elizabeth. Who do you think?
I'm not allowed to have that
Oh, of
opinion.
course, whisper. Whisper.
No, I would be very surprised if it wasn't Elizabeth, and I think she's been much maligned outside the house, and I think the guys are getting
Who do you think will go?
fairly well with her.
I think Elizabeth as well. Yeah, from what I've learned in the last 3 days, I think Elizabeth.
Yeah, they find that quite hilarious, obviously, outside. And who do you think is going to win?
Brian. Brian.
I think Brian will win, but I think Helen has already won. I think she'll make loads of money when she comes out from doing like PAs and pantos and in the charts with Paul here and
Especially
Big Love Match. I think it's lovely, and I think it's going to be a Big Brother
Christmas
wedding.
#1.
Were you at all tempted to do the whole Celebrity Big Brother thing?
Sorry?
The Celebrity Big Brother thing, would that have been a temptation for you if you'd been asked?
I got asked. Did you get asked?
Did you? I was out of the country at the time. I knew very little about it. I think so, yeah, but it was only a week, wasn't it? Yeah, my house is always dirty and full of strangers, big like a Big Brother house. You know what I mean?
And how long do you reckon you'd lasted if you'd gone in just, in Series 2?
I don't know. What, you mean going in this time round? Is it a week, you mean? Going in as a punter? If I was a punter?
As a punter.
Oh, 2 weeks. Oh, maximum 2 weeks. But you're like, no, I couldn't hack it. I don't know how you did it. I couldn't. Can you do it?
Dan says I'd be voted out on the first day. I kept saying, I'd like to have done that. And he's going, you wouldn't last the day. I think you've
No, I couldn't have done it.
OK, guys, more from you later on. After the break, art critic Maxwell Hutchinson will be casting his expert eye over the housemate's handiwork. Loving that. We'll see you in just a minute.
Get yourself comfortable, because there was this time, me and my mates, we were at work, and basically I was walking out of work, and I went up to this car.
Make the bad man go away.
International pop star.
Make the bad man stop.
Okay, guys, thanks. Having a good time. You all right?
Well, I was having a good time.
Fantastic. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. Now, having spent an epic 60 days in each other's company, the housemates should theoretically know each other inside out. So Big Brother decided to put them to the test with 4 different challenges. They were mental, physical, vocational, politics and morals. Politics and morals counting as 1, by the way, before you say, that's 5. On Saturday, the group were given a mental task, testing their knowledge of each other's childhood memories. As we mentioned on yesterday's show, they did pass, and their reward was a children's party, which brought to the surface deep psychological problems in all of them. And yesterday, the group were given a physical task. They're challenged to model the head and face of a fellow housemate as close to scale as possible. Given 3 hours to complete the task. Helen and Dean did each other. Easy, Paul. And as did Elizabeth and Brian. So let's take a look as to how they got on.
But still, do you not think even more down?
Down more.
Like that?
Look, it looks like she's speaking, look.
What's she saying to you?
I don't know what she's saying, but it looks like she's actually speaking.
Help me.
It's Pigman and Stone Man.
She looks deformed. And this year's BAFTA goes to Dean O'Loughlin. Well done, Dean.
Thank you.
Okay, Dean, I'm going to give you...
Close your eyes. You're all going to close your eyes.
What's it like, Dean? Guys, my ears are just so big. My eyes are coming out of my head.
And as you can see... The pig nose.
Pig is in.
Pig is in.
Pig is so in.
Pimples are quite narrow. Okay,
I'm
so
laughing
1, 2,
already.
3, grand opening. Elizabeth by Brian.
It's Grace Jones!
Sing this.
It's a blow.
It's a blow!
It's such a blow.
Chubby cheeks.
Oh my god, I look like my dad!
OK, very interesting. Now, to get an expert's opinion of whether the sculptures are a pile of old rubbish or priceless pieces of art, we're joined by art critic Maxwell Hutchinson. Hello, Maxwell.
Good evening.
How are you?
Works of amazing effort, but are they works of art?
Well, that's the question we want you to answer. How do you decide if something is art as opposed to just being a big old pile of clay?
Well, it is art because people have put lots of artistic endeavour into it. They don't have to be artists to achieve that. They've obviously tried, they spent time doing it, they obviously want to try and make them good, and they're prepared to display them before us. That defines them as art.
Now, why do some things, therefore, cost £1 and some like 100 grand?
I think it's how it attracts us, whether we feel we should be paying our money for something that we want to have. Now, all 4 of these are people that have been in the Big Brother house, so they're famous already. So a small contribution to owning one of these things, provided that they look half decent, presumably defines their value. We'll
Okay.
determine when we've seen them all.
Well, how important do you think it is that the sculpture resembles its subject to time?
Well, I don't know what they look like. I've got no idea. So for me,
that doesn't
it
detract
matters.
from the piece, because I do, people, all right?
You know, it doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
It's how well they've considered people's faces, their heads, their eyes. They may not look anything like, but after all, most of Picasso's sculptures look absolutely nothing like the people, and they're worth millions. Maybe somewhere here we have something of immeasurable value.
Was he a bit more of an artist than a sculptor?
No, he did both. He did sculpture and art.
Was he a bit rubbish at sculpting, though?
No, he was very good at sculpture.
you said they were rubbish.
We might have something of real hidden value and worth.
Topped! Then again, we might have a big old bunch of clay.
We might have just 4 bowls of clay.
Let's find out right now. Okay, the first one here, we've got Helen's sculpture of Dean. Okay, so let's reveal. I haven't seen these yet, so this could be quite fun.
I'm closing my eyes.
Helen's of Dean.
Close my eyes.
Of
I'm
Dean.
going to feel it first.
That's fantastic. Wonderful.
Lumpen, heavy, ill-considered.
It's got...
But it has some character in the nose. Does the man
It's
have...
an enormous nose. He hasn't got the biggest nose in the world, has he?
Is it a man, by the way?
Yes, it is
It
a man.
is a man,
yeah.
that's
Helen's sculpture
reassuring.
of Dean, yeah.
Not much feeling for the head, any subtlety in the scalp. But here we have an armature. This is the wire mesh around which the sculpture is made. So the technique's very good.
She hasn't done the ears much justice either, has
No,
she?
I
She looks
know,
like you man
no,
out of Reservoir Dogs on
Yes,
the
I
end.
know.
Look.
Maybe cutting the ears off. A bit of Van Gogh, you know. Maybe it had ears originally.
Cool.
So she cut them off and discarded them.
So you're saying almost, Max, an angry work of art?
Yeah, so yes, I think something that's got attitude.
OK, well, let's move on. This is Dean's sculpture of Helen. See if he had any payback on this one. Wow!
Now, that is really quite beautiful.
Isn't it?
It is.
Well, it doesn't look much like her.
Doesn't it?
Well, it kind of... It looks a little bit like Kelly MacDonald.
Is she very mysterious?
Well, some people say.
Well, she looks very mysterious.
Yeah.
Is she mysterious?
Well, he's the man to ask.
Is she?
Dean's more mysterious than Helen.
He just looks angry. She looks
looks like an
serene, mysterious, and engaging.
And lonely. Very good, though,
But
isn't
actually,
it?
the eyes and the mouth and the nose have been beautifully done, and the head has a resemblance to a head. Yes.
Yep.
So far, so good.
No,
They're getting warmer. Do you
no
think they're gonna
ears,
get better?
though.
Well, ears are superfluous, I think, in this particular approach.
Can't hear you. Moving on. Brian's sculpture of Elizabeth. OK, let's take a look at this. Brian's of Elizabeth. Once again.
Well, very similar. Have they been copying each other?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Same sort of approach to the nose.
Yeah, Roman nose.
And again, no ears. Is there something about being in the Big Brother house that renders you incapable of having ears?
Well, I think it's the fact that I had such big ones. Yeah, I think that they sort of taken it the other way from when I left.
I mean, I'd rather see it without ears than this sort of vain attempt here to make an ear, incising it into the scalp. I think it's rather an insult. But you almost don't miss the ears here, do you? They're very strokable, very smooth, and the heads are really quite well proportioned.
Lovely overbite as well of the lip.
Is that what? Is it he or she? Reminds me. Elizabeth. Is that what she's like?
I don't know if she has that much of an overbite. I mean, that's like she's got quite thin lips.
We have a nicer head shape and form of the head
Because
here.
I think that's just kind of angular. I like that head shape.
do?
That's ruling my world. That's like a
You
proper
prefer
head.
that one, do you?
This is one's like your man out of Home and Away, Flathead Fisher.
It looks like almost sort of not finished, really, at the back here.
Okay,
Right, let's have the
lastly-
fourth one.
Lastly, okay, this is Elizabeth's sculpture of Brian. Okay.
Oh! Well, ears, do you want ears? Look, doesn't that make up for the rest of the ears?
How about that?
And does this guy have really got eyes that are popping out of his head like that?
Yes, when it's in this.
Well, it's very muscular, this, isn't it?
Okay.
It's very opinionated. You know, ears, we grab
kind of
the clay and pull it out and form the ears with some sort of vigour. And you can see all the finger marks here on the top of the head where the sculpture's been poking away with some aggression. Do you think
Yeah.
it shows some sort of aggression?
Maybe so. I mean, they've clashed in the past, but I don't think that much.
He wasn't
aggression.
taking it out. I said, yes.
I don't think so.
And
Okay.
making the clay reflect an attitude.
So what do you think? Do you think any of these are worth anything?
Oh, I think they're all worth something. I mean, for a start, people
What we're
have taken
talking
a lot
here,
of...
like, geez,
Well, come on, how much would you give for one?
50 quid.
50 quid. How much do you give?
I'll give 50 quid. Charity, yeah, 50
Yeah,
quid.
you?
Go, 50 quid.
Yeah.
Can I stop you there?
Well, that's how we determine what they're worth.
Okay, and who, in your opinion, who shows greatest potential?
I think this one does.
Really? Dean.
Yeah, Dean.
Forget the record
Dean,
contract,
yeah,
mate.
Definitely.
Got a parting
Smooth
ghost
shape,
too
good
for
head
you.
shape. You know, the ears don't seem to matter because it's considered... We see the personality of the person. And I think this one is by far the best.
Maxwell, thank you very much.
75 quid for that one then.
Lovely. Okay, taken as read. Thank you very much. Okay, our talking point today quite simply is yes. I wasn't insured for that. Most memorable moment. Lines are up there. 08709019070. Susie from Brentwood. Hello.
Hello,
How you doing?
How
all right?
are you?
I'm very well, thanks.
Lovely
You're
programme.
Sorry?
Lovely programme.
Oh, thank you very much. Bless you. Okay. Your most memorable moment?
Yes, my most memorable moment in the house was when Helen was in the chicken coop and Josh threw some chicken food at her feet. She screamed and screamed so much that I thought her little head would burst. And as she was jumping up and down with her little legs and the chicken started to peck at her feet, I never get fed up with seeing that clip.
You were there for that, weren't you?
I was. I think. Was that the one where I was in the coop as well?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I think it was a bit of cabbage. She threw a bit of cabbage in and went absolutely mental. She really did. She was really, really scared.
Let's see a clip of it now.
Good. It was good.
And just to recap, you're in love with her, right?
Yeah. Don't take the word "in love" out.
Okay.
Come on, especially for you.
Okay. Who's next on the line? Nigel from Carmarthen. Hello, Nigel.
Hey, Dermot.
How you doing? All right.
Hi, Paul.
Hi, mate. You right?
Yeah, great. And Shane.
How are you, mate?
And Gail.
Hi.
Well, that's the guest sorted out. Terry and now your most memorable moment there,
My
Nigel.
most memorable moment, Dermot, was when Dean and Bob were having a staring competition. And the first to blink lost, and it was going on and on and on and on. Nobody was going to pull out, and all of a sudden Helen came along. And she said, oh, I like blinking, I do. And it cracked up, both of them cracked up, but they couldn't stop laughing, the two of them.
She does love blinking, doesn't she?
She likes blinking a lot, yeah.
And stuff.
And she likes stuff, yeah.
Blinking stuff. Okay, cool. Thank you very much, Nigel. Darren from Birmingham.
Hi, Dermot.
How are you? All right?
I'm fine.
You're a man that wants
Hello,
to cut...
Mr. Clark.
Hello. How are you?
I've been really missing you in the Big Brother house. I've been sleeping in your bed, and I've been sniffing your, what's it,
That's a
begin
bit
with P?
obsessive, isn't
Okay, Darren.
Yeah,
Good to
good
see
one,
you.
Darren.
No problems whatsoever. Now then, tell us your most memorable moment.
It was the Penny and Stuart argument.
Ah.
Because it was the first time it kicked off in the Big Brother house, and it was really embarrassing.
Yeah.
It was like, I am completely offended by that remark. So you either tell me what you mean, or you take it back.
Did you sort of want to turn off there, or did it make even better viewing?
It makes very good viewing because it's embarrassing.
Okay, let's take a look at it right now.
Don't mock my friendship with him. I didn't do
Sorry,
anything
no,
with him.
hang on. You said explain it or defend it or take it back.
Okay, I'll take it back.
Right, thank you.
And that's only the tip of the iceberg, isn't it? All right, thank you very much. Okay, fantastic. Emma from Scarborough. Hello, Emma.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Emma.
Hi, Paul.
Hiya.
Well,
Hiya. Go for it, Emma.
well, my most memorable moment has got to be when Brian realised the hypnotising was all a joke. He did his girly scream and his face was a picture. And making it more funny was the fact that before he knew it was not real, he had asked Big Brother if they had any problem with him doing it.
Okay, cool. Let's take a look at that right now.
People who were hypnotised today,
Yeah.
I want those people to remain standing.
Okay.
It's got to be truthful
Well,
and honest.
you was not.
It's got to
I
be
know you
truthful and
wasn't.
honest. Truthful and honest.
You weren't hypnotised.
Here's a pistol, that's why he's the nation's favourite so far, people. Remember, your votes count this Friday. Guys, thank you very much for coming on.
No, pleasure. I really enjoyed myself.
Thank you very much, Shane. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Paul.
you.
You're with us all week, definitely.
Yes,
aren't you?
yep, sure, yeah.
And thank you very much, Maxwell. Certainly appreciate all your comments.
The winner.
Absolutely the winner, lovely. Helen Bideen.
Said it.
On tomorrow's show, we have Tara Power Tompkinson. Email us, littlebrother84.com. Give us a call, 07909099070. Any comments you have, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care, God bless, bye-bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Like Dermot said, Little Brother's back at the same time tomorrow and every day this week, and there's an hour-long series finale on Friday. Now, what could be better than a couple of drinks and a fighting mad monkey? I certainly can't think of anything. A big night out with Norm, next on E4.